As a new gardener, it can be difficult sometimes to choose which plants to put in your garden because there's so many options out there. But you can make it easier on yourself by choosing healthy plants from the start and choosing plants that are easy to grow. Today, I'm at JC Nursery in Gilroy, California, and I'm going to get some expert tips on how to choose easy to grow healthy plants. And this is Jose, and Jose has over 40 years experience growing plants. He's going to give us some tips on which plants are easy to grow and how to care for those and how to choose healthy plants. What do you need to do to prepare the soil for these?
I recommend to make a big hole, put a good dirt in the bottom, good dirt on the side. Yeah, this planted plants in a good irrigation, the plants are going to grow nice.
So really key to make sure that that soil is prepared and draining.
Hard ground or clay, I recommend all the kind of ground, put a good dirt anyway. So that's the best.
Yeah.
To have to grow a healthy plants, you know.
And I kind of cheat because I get some soil from Jose when I'm here.
This is a rosemary, Tuscan blue. Very easy to grow, easy to maintain it, and blooms most of the summer. Blooms a lot.
Yeah, beautiful bluish purple kind of.
Yeah, purple flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really pretty. The bees love it.
The bees love it, eh? Yeah.
And you know, mine I had in a pot and it grew through the pot, and now I can't move the pot because I don't want to hurt the roots.
Oh, the roots going in the ground.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, it can stay in it the way it is. It seems happy, so.
Yeah, you can keep it there.
Now, these are cannas, right?
This is cannas. This is a Tropicana orange.
Uh-huh.
Right now, it doesn't look that good because of the weather, the time of the year.
Yeah, well, they're in their dormancy.
Yeah, it's a dormant.
Yeah, and so, but these are beautiful plants, and they've really become very popular all across the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the blooms orange. This is Tropicana orange. I have a Tropicana black there.
Yeah, they don't look so good right now, but when they're out of their dormancy, they're beautiful.
Later,
plants.
yeah, like another,
huge leaves.
Yeah, another month or two later, it's going to be nice.
Mm-hmm. So, Jose, what do we have here?
This is a red yucca.
A yucca.
Red yucca.
I love my yuccas.
This looks very nice in the landscapers when they use white gravel. Looks very pretty. Some of these, some of the red yucca, some of the agaves, and with white gravel, looks very pretty.
And I know this is easy to grow and maintain.
Easy to grow, yeah. Easy to maintain. No need to prune or nothing, you know.
Yeah.
It's easy to grow, easy to maintain it.
And I imagine the hummingbirds also like the blooms on these.
Yeah, they like to come in and to check the blooms. They like the blooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are gorgeous. I love the color.
Nice color, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice color.
Not just the blooms, but the plant itself.
The plants,
kind of a darker, kind of a bluish green.
Kind of green and blue, something like that.
Yeah. So yuccas are another plant that is good for a beginner gardener to plant, easy to take care of, and
easy to take care
low maintenance. Mm-hmm. The plants in the nurseries are not always going to look 100% because they go into their dormancy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Same in the garden. Your plants are not always going to look great in your garden, but you know, maybe you can put a pot in front of the ones that aren't looking great.
Oh yeah, see.
But I tell you, Jose, I have some of the Mexican sage, and it's so easy to make more of it by propagating yourself.
Yeah, that's very easy.
I don't want to take any business away from you, but
no
but
problem.
it's easy to propagate, and the hummingbirds love the flowers, and the beautiful purple blooms on it are just amazing. I just love it. I have a couple in my garden, and I've got some baby starts going right now that I propagated myself.
Yeah.
And this I definitely would put for beginner gardeners on your list of plants that are easy to grow.
I like Mexican sage because when you prune it, you can prune it low and start coming from the bottom. New growth. So later, you see, like nothing happened, you know, this brand new again. It blooms a lot.
I had one, that my smaller one, it's not as old as my oldest one, is still blooming and hasn't quit.
Okay.
But it's younger, and it was a start off of that plant, and it quit blooming, so I cut it all the way back down,
Yeah.
and it's just started blooming again in the garden, so it's
good. Yeah.
it
It's
really
very
responds.
easy. Very easy, and a lot of landscape like it. You know, to plant in the gardens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
homeowners, you know.
Right, and another plant to draw in the hummingbirds and the bees.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
bees and honeybees, like it.
So the fruit trees are something that a beginning gardener could plant.
Yeah, that's easy to maintain it, easy to grow. This is a Mexican guava. Some of these have fruit already. This young tree, so probably this year it's gonna get a lot of fruit because it already starts with fruit now. So I think this
Well,
year.
they're pretty tall, Jose. How tall do they get? Do you have to prune them at the top at
Yeah,
all?
no, they grow tall, probably like 10 feet tall.
Wow.
10 to 12 feet tall. Yeah.
Well,
And,
that's going to provide a lot of shade if you need shade. Do you have to grow them in full sun?
Also good for shade because yeah, you can get the fruit, also you can get the shade.
And can you grow them in full sun?
Full sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they grow in the full sun.
How much water do they need at this point? When if I were to buy one of these and put it in the ground today,
Okay.
how much water would I need to water it every week?
Depends the weather, but I always check if it's moist. It's moist in the top. No put more water.
They're beautiful plants too, not just for the fruit, but just
Yes.
ornamental too.
Yeah,
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, there's nice trees.
So we're looking at the hellebores here, and I've had really good success with the hellebore that I bought. Comes back, so far it's come back every year, and these are just beautiful plants, especially right now they start putting on some growth.
Yeah, new flowers,
Oh, they're
new growth,
beautiful.
see? I like this kind of plant.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Look at those flowers on those.
Yeah, color berries come in different colors. A lot of different colors.
And I like the way they some of them kind of droop down.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different effect for the garden. Now, with the hellebores, is it best to grow them in full sun or part sun?
Part sun.
Part sun.
Part sun.
So like maybe under a tree where it gets a little
Under the
dappled
tree,
light.
yeah. It's very good to plant under the tree. And they like to be in part shade, and they happy when it's there. Look at this color. It's like a green.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
See? Nice flowers.
Pretty. That is different, huh?
Yeah, a lot of different colors.
I love the variation. And I know you love plants.
I love plants, see?
Now, you told me once that your interest in plants started very young. How old were you when you first started growing plants?
8 years old. 8 years old. So in that time I started to make my experiments, and I get happy when the experiments works.
Yeah.
So then from that time I decided to grow plants. So now I'm here.
And now you're here and have your own nursery, and you're supplying landscapers, and you're open to the general public too. So anybody could come here and buy plants from you. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And, I'm JC Nursery, and I open from Monday to Saturday from 7 to 4:30, and I help everybody comes here.
Yeah. And if they have questions, you have no problem helping them out, getting those answers. And
No problem.
yeah, if they have like certain problems in their garden that they're dealing with, do you have experience with that too?
I have a lot of experience. Yeah, I just need to know what kind of problems they have, and if I can help them, I'm happy to help them.
Oh, good. And you've got a wide range of plants here, from annuals, and then you have these hellebores that they stay alive, but they go into their dormancy, but they're starting to perk back up this time of year. But you have fruit trees, you have perennials, you have grasses, you have roses. You pretty much have it all.
Yeah, I
And
try
if
to
you
have
don't have it all,
most
right
of
next door is the succulent nursery.
Yeah, so I like to have ornamental plants, many varieties I can, to help my customers.
And this is another easy plant for a beginner gardener.
Yeah, this is a plant. It's like a potted tree, This is the name of this is Polygala grandiflora.
Polygama?
Polygala. Polygala grandiflora. And I grow a bush kind or tree. So because some people, some landscaper likes to plant some trees. You know, it grow nice. It blooms most of the year. They grow better in the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the one right here, I just plant in the 15 gallon. I can keep in the pot for another 2-3 years.
Okay.
But you know, by that time it's gonna grow, you know, more than now because it's gonna be like about 6 feet tall. So this is not ready to sell because too young, but takes another 6 months to get ready to sell.
So you'll have some ready in about 6 months?
Yeah.
But these are a good choice for beginner gardeners. They don't take a lot of maintenance and they're easy to grow plants.
Easy to grow, easy to keep it, easy to maintain it, yeah. You just need to make a nice head, that's it. Yeah.
Beautiful blooms on those.
Beautiful blooms. I like this kind of plant because it blooms all the time. Look at the blooms.
So all year round it'll have blooms on it?
All year round, yeah.
Well, that's a pretty plant to have then. You just want to check the leaf, the color of the leaves for health and to make sure it has new growth?
Yeah, like this one right here, you can tell this nice and green. That's a healthy plant. They have enough fertilizer because you can tell the leaves nice and green in blooms. And when it's kind of yellow, that means it needs a fertilizer.
Okay.
Any plant, when you see kind of yellow, that means, you know, they're asking for fertilizer.
Is there such a thing as a general use fertilizer that would work for every plant?
They kind of use, the number is 2156, and it works for all kind of plants.
Okay.
All kind of plants.
Like I got from you, I got 3 plants the last time I was here of the Rua. And this one you said is really easy to grow as well. This one would be good for beginners too.
Yeah, doesn't need a hormone when you start it. And only need good weather, that's it.
Yeah.
And grow fast.
And it smells so good.
Yeah, it smells so good. And a lot of people like to buy it, you know, for medicine or used to have it in the garden, you know.
And it gets yellow flowers, right?
Yellow flower is gonna get like 1 year old. Here, Ficus nitida.
Ficus.
Ficus nitida. This can go a big tree. Can grow, you know, big. If you let it grow, it can grow like 30 feet tall, easy. It's evergreen. Yes, this to maintain it, just prune and make a nice hedge. That's it. Irrigation and easy.
How much water do they need?
Depends the weather, but always keep them moist.
Okay, so they need
I
to be
recommend
kept
always
moist.
keep them moist. Depends the weather.
And full sun or shade?
Full sun. They like sun.
How do you know if it's a healthy plant? Like, how would you pick a
That's
healthy plant?
the plants tell you they are healthy or not by the leaves. When you see a new growth, healthy growth, that means the whole plant is healthy.
And where would we find the new growth on a plant?
There's something like this. You can tell. I can tell there's a healthy plant. See, it's blooming now. It's not time to bloom, but still have some blooms now. And if I get something like that one here, you can tell the difference. See, that one needs water. It's kind of dry. See, this one is nice and green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that more water. So so this is easy to pick the ones healthy plants because you can tell by the leaves and how they blooms and everything, you know.
Okay.
And again, there's, you know, to plant lantana or whatever other plant, you know, need to have a good drainage, good irrigation, and fertilizer like twice a year.
Now, can you tell by a root system in a pot whether it's root bound, if that's going to be an issue with the plant when you buy it?
Yeah, also the roots. Yeah, when you take it out from the pot, the roots tell you if it's a white roots, it's a good roots, healthy roots. But when there's a brown, there's a
Waterlogged.
probably, or not too much, not enough water, but especially like too much water,
Okay.
and the root doesn't breathe.
What if the roots are circling around at the bottom? Is that a bad sign and shouldn't buy a plant?
No, that's okay. That's normal.
So that's okay.
That's normal.
And when you plant a plant like that, should you disturb the roots?
And some of the plants better to cut it right here in the bottom, and then plant it.
Okay.
So the new roots coming down, because sometimes over here it's too tight.
Okay.
Too tight.
And so basically on all the plants that we've talked about, it's the same as far as identifying a healthy plant, is that the leaves should be good color.
Yeah.
And there should be new growth, and that's how to tell if it's a healthy plant from the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This sometimes people like to cut it around the tight roots. And yes, plant over here doesn't matter. But over here in the bottom, just cut it around. Yes, like half an inch or something like that, around, and then plant it, and then the new roots coming down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But if the plant has young roots and it's not tight, there's no need to cut it in the bottom.
Okay, so if there's if they're not, the roots aren't circling around and they're not root bound,
No
then
need
leave
to
them
cut
alone.
it in the bottom.
Just put them right in the
Just
ground.
put it in the hole. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and put fertilizer, good irrigation, and go.
Okay. This is a variegated, huh?
Variegated Lomandra Platino.
It's beautiful.
And, looks nice in the gardens.
What are the water needs on this? Do they need a lot of water?
No, regular water.
Okay.
Doesn't require too much water. Regular water, like keep them moist. Depend on the weather, keep them moist. All the plants, just keep them moist, no problem.
Okay.
Don't give it too much water if you don't need it. It's gonna kill it.
Okay. This is really beautiful.
Okay, this is Salvia gregory. Very easy to grow anywhere. Blooms all summer. People like it because honeybirds like to go there all the time. So people like to have it in the garden. Like a half of this is going to grow nice again, like new.
Yes, if you prune it about a quarter to a half, it will flush right back out and get some beautiful
come back very
blooms.
nice. Yeah.
And there's some blooms still in there.
Yeah, a little bit sometimes. Yeah.
But it doesn't take much to get these guys to start blooming again in the California heat.
No, they grow very
love
good.
the sunshine, and they'll start blooming right again year round. Yeah, they're beautiful plants and easy, in my opinion.
Easy to grow, and like I said, everybody like to have it in the garden because honeybirds goes there.
Yeah, hummingbirds do love them, so
they
they're
love
a real
it.
treat.
Yeah.
So salvias is on the list.
Also rosas, iceberg rosas, popular. Oh, this is iceberg.
Iceberg.
Okay. Knockout, double knockout. I want to get it later, probably next month. It's going to be ready to sell in March, April.
Yeah, and both are easy to maintain.
Easy to maintain, yeah.
Okay.
Same iceberg.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these are, some of them are blooming, but this is kind of their dormant phase as well.
It's kind of dormant now,
Because we're here in the winter time.
Yeah.
So. But I've been out here when you've had your knockout roses, and it's just a sea of white. It's just gorgeous.
No, later, like on March, April, you can see all this part white, all blooms.
Jose, thank you so much for showing us around the nursery today and pointing out some plants that are good for beginner gardeners and easy to grow. And thanks for giving us tips on how to plant those and prepare those plants to go in the ground. We really appreciate it. And if any of you live locally, please come out to visit Jose at JC Nursery here in Gilroy, California. He would be happy to see you and happy to show you around the nursery and give you some tips.
Any customers, I'm happy to help them. JC Nursery, I open from Monday to Saturday, 7 to 4:30. My phone number is 949-922-7746. And the address from the nursery is 11295 Center Avenue on Gilroy.